is the communicator, is also the fastest moving planet in the solar system, and we're going to be talking about that. This is our Bible study tonight. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are truly rooted and deeply ingrained in the African traditions. Those are the African science by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. To each and every one of you guys, I want to say first of all salutations to my madrina, to my padrino, and to my oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, and Palo, Mystic and Adjays. Those that practice real magic are interested in practicing real magic. If you're in the church and you practice in the ATR, this live is for you. If you also have left the church and still got church in you and practice ATR, this live is for you. To all of you all that have had an opportunity to be a part of our platform, thank you so much for being a part of what we do here, in hopes that it is helping you become more spiritual and value the things that we're talking about. What's up, Chris? First in the house, my Sagittarius from Philadelphia. Then I got my Sagittarius Stormy from Detroit. And then I got my crab case coming in here, Monique 444. Then I got my girl 69. We lick them on both ends. Renee is in the house. What's up? Love is love. Peace, love, and blessing. Light and blessing. And what's up, Ryan? My Libra is in the house. What's up, my Boaz? Thank you, Bo. I love that song you sent me. I love that song you sent me. That's more like grinding music, but I love that song you sent me. What's up, Aloha from Miranda from Hawaii? What's up, Jelly? Cause jam don't shake like that. So to each and every one of you guys, glad for you to be here as we get ready to get started on our Bible study tonight. And y'all know I utilize the Bible study tonight to break down the word and give you a better understanding if you just so choose to utilize this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. What's up there, Tree Rhonda? Thank you for making those orders. Monique, thank you for the donation, darling. I seen it. I left the phone on my desk. But thank you. In honor of my head of Risha, my Fedifun Yanza, and my Fedifun Babaluaye, I am rocking my Fedifun Yemija, as some people call me, my Fedifun Yemiya. Hey, however you flow. Long as she know who you are and you know who she is. So how about that? The water spirits. And so on Bible study night, Mercurial energy communicator, I want to talk to you guys. Now, I also want to say this before I get started on tonight. This is going to be triggering if you are not rooted and grounded in self. Let me explain to you. In order to practice real magic, you got to understand where you get certain things from and how you perceive life and that interaction with people, places, and things. What's up there? Mama Susan is in the house. And then we got Demetrius. What's up there? My Gemini. I've got Gemini back to back. So thank you so much, Monique. So I want to say this before I get started tonight. I've been doing magic since I was a child. I'm 51 years of age. I've been raised with real. I've been raised with clarity and understanding. I was raised by a business head, making money, taking care of business, a Virgo. And I seem like I often have to say this, and I'm going to repeat it. What's up, my baby Scorpio? When you work with me, you have to work with my mentality. It doesn't matter if I'm an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Apollo. You do not work with a spiritualist outside of their personality. You do not work with a spiritualist outside of their moralities. Whoever he or she. What's up there, father of our church? You better say that, Brother Johnny. I just saw him come in here. Manifesting. What's up there, Shouty? Is that what say Shouty? Manifesting with Shouty. All right, I like that. My mind went somewhere. A good place. A nasty place. But a good place. But anyway, thank you for being with us. What's up, Brother Johnny, to each and every one of you now? Now, let me explain something here. I'm going to say this before I start. I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries and rising sign Pisces. I'm not here to change nobody. If you don't want to change, renew your mind, renew your strength, what I teach and practice ain't going to do you no good. As you come in, please, sir and ma'am, do yourself a favor and hit the like button, share it in the comments, because I want to get brass tag. This Bible study. What's up, Demetrius? Thank you so much. And I want to say this, don't come in, if you don't want your feelings hurt on tonight, please do not come in here talking about no chef. Because just because I beat your daddy back out does not mean I won't whoop your ass. You understand? So I want to say to each and every one of you guys, this is grown up night. I don't do cheering church. I teach real magic, how energy, frequency, and vibration operate no matter what practices you're in and in the ATR. So hit that like button. I want to say also hello to my Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. And to all of you that are coming on here, thank you for the super chat back to back. I appreciate that. For you guys that are just spectating and looking and thinking you're going to see something, some effects of your magic against me, child, you wasted down on your time, the minga or the blood that you spilled, and you also done set yourself up for a supernatural ass whooping. So kudos to you for your stupidity. You were never going to beat me. I'm going to win. And I'm already winning. First of all, you too broke to fight against me. I'm operating all 9 realms, and it's destined for me to go to the heights that I'm going. So, read your Bible, bitch. So, I want to talk about something to grown people tonight. And I'm going to get personal with myself, because in order for you to work with me, you have to have a better understanding of who I am and where I come from and why I do the things that I do. And my belief system in the ATR has a lot to do with my rearing and my raising and how people instill certain things into me. Now, I'm going to be coming from 2 Timothy, of this Bible study now, 2 Timothy, the 1st chapter, 5 through 6. And I would like all grown people to come to the front. I want mature people that ain't talking about I'm throwing off on you. I don't have time for that. If you're not trying to help me to get millionaire status, there is no intention of me throwing off on you. You ain't got enough going on in your life, your mind, for me to be focusing on you. But what I will tell, what's up, my love, my Taurus? Yes, baby. Thank you for being with us on the night. So, we're here. I see somebody Aries in them. Now, my subject tonight on Bible study night, and I'm going to tie this in with dealing with the feminine energy of Yemejah or Oya or Shun, and all of you that claim that you want to practice real magic. And I want you to see the significance of how you deal with feminine energy based off of what I'm going to talk about tonight. And whether you male or female, whatever your relationship is, it is going to either strengthen your conjure or it's going to weaken your conjure. Okay, so let me explain it before I get started. Now, my subject is they did their job. That is my subject tonight. It's Bible study night. I'm going to be coming from 2 Timothy, the 1st chapter, 5 through 6. To all my preachers and ministers of the gospel out there, let me school you on tonight with Revelation. It says, starting at verse 5, says, when I call to remembrance the unfeigned faith, which means a faith that is not pretentious, it's real, that is in thee. This is Paul talking to Timothy. When I see this faith in thee, which dwelt in thy grandmother Lois first. See, when it comes down to ancestry, somebody had that gift. Somebody had that ashe. Somebody had that mindset before you had it. I'm going to say it again. When you're practicing real magic, magic should be as natural of a flow as just breathing in and breathing out. This is why in each culture we teach about ancestry. This is what I try to tell melanated people. Stop lying about who your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, cousin is. Because at the end of the day, energy does not lie. You can lie all you want. But energy, frequency, and vibration don't lie. And you can only manifest in these ATRs what is flowing through your blood. And it will attract other energy, frequency, and vibration out there in the ether. Now, he said first it was in your grandmother Lois. Apostle Paul is identifying to Timothy who's the genesis of where he got that from. And then he says, and thy mother Eunice. So it passed from grandmother to daughter. This is matriarch magic, baby. Okay, let's talk. I'm here to educate on today. This is coming through the bloodline. And so this is very similar to me because it went from female to male. Come on here, somebody. I'm going to say it again. Transference of energy, frequency, and vibration has to come through the bloodline. But Paul was able to decipher to Timothy where and how to pinpoint. He said that didn't come from you. That came starting with your grandmother. She birthed that. And then it was passed down to your mother. And your mother passed it to you. Come on here, somebody. I want to have some church on tonight. And he said, and I am persuaded that it is in thee also. I want to say to every person, every man, every woman, when you have done your job by naturally raising your children, people will recognize it. People will see your work in your children or child. The same is true if you are Tata, Mumbo, Hugon, apostle, pastor, teacher, evangelist. When you do your job and you are instilling certain things in your children, in your godchildren, in your covenant, in your disciples, the manifestation. This is why when Peter was warming himself, the woman said, you sound like that man. Peter cussed and he said, no, I don't. But when it's in you, it can be identified. She was not, that damsel was not a spiritualist. She recognized by the language, the tutelage that was coming out of Peter's mouth that he had to get that from Yahshua. See, when you have been taught, when certain things have been instilled into you, there's a certain level of comfort you should have when you did your job. I'm going to go to verse 6 and then I'm going to come back to verse 5 before this is Bible study. And this is why I like Bible study night, because this is where you find out who really trying to learn. So verse 6 said, wherefore I put thee in remembrance that thou stir up the gift of God that is in thee by the putting on of my hands. Paul could not stir up what was not in him. It is too many people and melanated people out here trying to get Egun, trying to get Orisha, trying to get in Kisi, Spirit, Loa, whatever, trying to get them to put something on the inside of them that is not on the inside of them. A man, Apostle Paul, was clarifying that I did not impart that into you. But what I'm going to do with my gift is stir that gift that's on the inside of you up, Timothy. See, when you go through your Etahs and your Misas, all they are doing is identifying what was already there. They're pinpointing who your warriors are, who's your people. Maybe they may pinpoint who's going to do your money work, who's going to, depending on your spiritual setup. This is why you hear terminology like spiritual court, spiritual frame. They are only identifying. They're not assigning. Not that that cannot be done. But at that juncture in your journey, that is homegrown. I want to talk to grown people because I'm going to say some stuff on today. I want y'all to understand this. My mother told me and my sister, and I've said this before and I'm going to say it again because I want you to know what you're supporting. If you're supporting my platform, I need you to understand. And I've said this before, but I probably need to reiterate this so you have a better understanding. And I don't care if you're gay, straight, or bi, I don't care if you're rich or poor. I need you to have clarity. My mother had me at 16. And I was up under my grandmother, but my mother raised me. I'm going to say that again. See, some of you, I've ran into this as I got into church and going there. And people started looking at me and started claiming me. And my eldest son, he's a Cancer, he was having a conversation with my mother, his grandmother, and he said, well, Dad says that he met his spiritual dad at 13, and he was teaching him. My mother told her grandson, which is my son, he said, your daddy was operating before he met that man. Come on here, somebody. See, let me explain something to y'all. See, when another woman or another parent did their job, there's a lot of times people will try to lay claim on somebody else's work. And one thing I'm never going to do, I have said repeatedly, me and my mother, Virgo versus Sagittarius, do not see this world alike. She taught me service, and she wanted me to serve the family and nobody else. I need you to understand that. But she did her job. See, you did not teach me my alphabet. She might have whooped my ass for me to learn it, but you did not teach me my alphabet. You did not teach me how to write. You did not teach me to say yes ma'am and no ma'am. You did not teach me to say yes sir and no sir. You did not teach me how to respect my elders. Come on here, somebody. I want to talk to you. See, a lot of you try to get into Ocha and Ifa and Voodoo, and you're not understanding that you got certain raising. The Bible says, train up a child in the way that it should go. When it gets old, it will not depart. And so a lot of you guys don't understand that if your parents did not do their job, they're going to make it difficult for other parents to parent you. I'm going to say this again. You did not teach me how to wash my ass. So you didn't tell me to go back in there when I just ran the water and didn't want to take a bath. She said, get your ass back in there and saw your ass. She said, I mean, get the rag and get up in there. See, my mom taught me how to clean myself. So before I got in relationship and having sex, I knew how to clean myself. See, when you do your job, you don't have to fear about your child outside of your home. A lot of you guys really want to understand that you need to put your work in. See, don't worry about your child getting upset with you. Because my mom could easily say, I didn't raise you to do that. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing she was very good at. She said, do as I say, not as I do. My mom wasn't probably going to church if my grandma didn't make her. But she made sure I was going. I'm going to say this again. See, I was going to go to church whether I wanted to go to church or not. I'm going to say this again. I was going to church whether I wanted to go or not. See, you didn't make sure that I was in God's house. My mother did. You didn't make sure that I behaved myself. You didn't make sure I had an offering to put in God's house. And she also made sure I had extra money. And she always would tell me, don't spend my money. This is for emergency only. See, you didn't teach me that. You didn't teach me that my father was my father and don't call another man your daddy. Because whether you like it or not, that is your father. See, you didn't teach me that. See, you didn't raise me to acknowledge my father. Just like my mother said, acknowledge her. See, you didn't raise that up in me. My mother the one taught me all money ain't good money. See, a lot of the benefits that people see in me or saw in Timothy, at least Apostle Paul recognized where it came from. See, a lot of people come into your life, and I want to say this not to Natasha, but I want Elena and Karen about. If you are out there investing in my baby Scorpio, a baby is still a baby right now, but the time will come where this is significant. There's no way that I would let anybody take credit for anything that my mother has instilled in me, that my grandmother has instilled in me. This is why your ancestry should mean so much to you, because some of y'all not proud of your ancestry. And so therefore you want everybody else to be your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin. You understand? So, now I speak in tongue and my mother don't. But she still taught me how to count money. She told me these words. She said, when you go to the school, they got days. She's the one that taught me it didn't matter how somebody behaved, they already have that, and I need to get my own. She's the one that taught me mama may have, daddy may have, but God bless the child that has his own. She's the one that taught. See, you might like what you see on today. But some ancestor, somebody else put the work in. I'm going to talk to you today. The struggle may be in Ifa or voodoo because you lack certain raising. And so there are certain things that I can't see in you. Are y'all hearing me? So, the reason why I honor my mother and honor my grandmother, my ancestors so strong, because that was instilled into me. And no matter who I come in contact with, whether they may be more educated, whether they may have more money or less money, it doesn't matter. See, that's why I'm not a sellout. This is why you can't buy me. This is why no matter what somebody else does, you're not my foundation. My foundation was laid before I left home. And this is what I want y'all to understand. If it's in you and somebody did right by you, other people are going to recognize it. The thing that I want to be clear, you didn't raise this. And I don't care what you like about how I do what I do. See, you didn't teach me how to pray. My mother did. Not my pastors, not the prophets, not the evangelists. You didn't teach me how to move in the spirit. My family taught me that. Can't no preacher nowhere tell you. I have also on my father's side. His mother died when I was quite young. But I was with his grandmother. He called her mama, so I call her mama. That lady had me in church on Sunday. Sunday school, church, and then back for Sunday service. Are you hearing me? I need to talk to y'all because you got to understand why I'm so rooted and grounded in my spirituality. You understand? See, you ain't had nothing. See, you didn't keep your children in church. You can't look at what another woman has done or another grandmother has done. And see, when I was kidnapped, see, I don't know what you see. When my mother was not able to handle business, that's when my grandmother stepped in. You understand? I need to talk to y'all. See, there's layers to this. See, this is why you got hierarchy in the divine order, and you may be dealing with certain spirit. And that's why even when Daniel was praying the first day and the angel came and the prince of Persia was held, the Bible said that Michael, see, that's why it's important that the mother be the mother and the grandmother be the grandmother and the great grandmother. See, you need that structure, because what one don't know, the other one should. I'm going to say that again in case you don't understand my genealogy. And you don't understand where my magic come from. And my spirit and my mindset. See, when we have family meetings, we come together and we are strategizing. You understand? And so my egoons do the same thing. Whether it's about money, whether it's about an enemy, it don't matter. See, I know not to go to my egoon with the bull. They didn't put up with it when they was living. They're not going to put up with it. See, the thing that you can go to your ancestors about, I know not to go to my ancestors about. When I went to my grandmother about her daughter, and she said, that's still my daughter, I stopped right there. I knew what that meant. See, I don't need my padrino to tell me that. I don't need my tata to tell me that. That's why I went on to my father. See, when you understand. So, what happened was, I was with my father at my father's mother's house at the time, and there was a skirmish going on, and one of the young ladies in the house, it wasn't none but the kids there. She tore up the house, and she was like, "You want to go?" I told her, "Yeah," because everybody was getting in the car. So I said, "Hey, I don't want to be left here." So I got in the car. So that ended up turning into a long drive. I'm talking about a long time where she had done kept me away from my mom. So they had my grandmother told my mom, she said, "I got to get this boy back before this woman lose her mind." Let me tell you how me and my mom bond is. When I started getting sick in my stomach, my mother knew it. See, when you done did your job, see, y'all don't understand. I don't live my life like my mother, but I would never take credit away from her that she did her job. That's why I can stand the way I stand. My grandmother did her job. So she was just going from different places, and she was going further north. My grandmother turned that shit around. When I came back, they were said, when she brings him back, she's not going to bring him to his mother. She's going to bring him to his grandmother. And my mother said, she told me, she said, I had every intention of whooping her ass. She said, because I don't care what she was going through. She could have left you there or brought you home to me. You don't take my child. I want to talk to y'all. See, when your egoon, when your parents, when you ain't got nobody, when the people don't understand where talking about, you cannot tear my pride down. You cannot tear my dignity down, because I've had people to fight for me. When I didn't know better, when I didn't have understanding of my own value, I've had my mother to fight for me. I've had my grandmother to fight for me. I've had my family to fight for me. You understand? I've had people to worry about me. I didn't come up. I can't talk for other people. That's why I always clarify. When it comes down to my egoons and my ancestors, this is what I experienced. My grandmother put out a reward. See, when your daughter can't handle business, you understand? When my sister was going through, my mother stepped in. And when the situation got so rocky, she said, call your brother. See, a mother knows her children, and she knows the talents and the abilities of her children. And she knows how to direct you to the source of your help. Come on here, somebody. I want to talk to y'all, because before you get into egoon and ancestors and all this other stuff, you got to understand your own structure. And why you lack certain levels of confidence, and why you always think somebody trying to get over you or trying to be funny. Because if I got something to say to your ass, I'll say it to your face. Because that's how I was raised. So here, in that situation, I remember my mom going through a relationship problem, the relationship situation, and the guy that she was with, he was out there whoring on her and showing out. Because I need you to understand my bloodline. My grandmother got my mother. See, when you got your self-esteem in your shoes and somebody dogging you, you need your mother. This is what I saw as a child. My grandmother got my mother and took her down to Chevrolet. That's what I saw. And she said, you're going to get this car. It was off the showcase. My mother told my grandmother, I can't afford it. She said, bitch, if I got to pay for it myself. That's how my grandma told. You're not going to walk over my daughter. Oh, y'all ain't trying to. See, some of y'all out here talking. See, y'all don't understand that I come up from a bloodline that they're going to only allow you to handle one of us only so long. Somebody, a cousin, a nephew, a uncle, a daddy, or somebody for to step in, because it's not going no further. They're going to let you handle your relationship until your relationship start handling you. She said, come on down here. And my grandmother got that car, and she said, what you going to do? She said, you're going to get in this car, and you're going to ride through what we call it, the city. She said, bitch, you're going to get in this car. And it was a T-top sports Camaro. She didn't buy a Chevette. She didn't buy a station wagon. Because now, I'm going to show you who you did. You dealing with my daughter, but you ain't dealing with my daughter no more. You dealing with her mother. See, every layer, when you go from the virgin to the maiden to the crone, the further back you get, all of a sudden they play less. I'm going to say it again. The further you go back in your generation, your ancestors should play less. The things that my son tolerate, I would never tolerate. The stuff I tolerate, my dad would not tolerate. You understand? See, that's why you call on your ancestors, because they coming for business. If you got it like that. So that's what she told. She said, now I want you to go. And she said, I want you to drive through the city. This is why I want Elena to understand the investment. I want Karen O'Brien, I want women to understand when your mother See, a lot of people think they're going to do conjure against me and throw their little magic at me, and I'm going to just lay down. Bitch, I got too many people that have invested in me to make sure I can read, that I can write, that I can make $1, that I can make $1 out of 50. I got too many. My mother sat me down, and my grandmother made me count money. It's too many taught me too many business. I got uncles, I got aunties that done put their time and energy in me before I ever got involved in any of these people. I would never give you credit for my foundation, because they did their job by me. That's why you can't fuck over me, because my mother did her job by her son. That's why you can't lie and tell me anything, because my mother did her job. My grandmother, I heard her teach her son and tell them about their, and I got that wisdom. I got wisdom from my aunties. I got wisdom from my uncles. Baby, when you fooling with me, you dealing with a beehive. They did their job. It's not my fault. I want Keisha to understand what you're doing for your daughter. I want you to understand why you gonna get up on yourself and get up. This is why, because when you need to show them what to do, when my mother couldn't do for herself and her emotions and all that was in an uproar as a Virgo, my grandmother came in and handled business. Because she wanted him to know, you were may fucking over her, but you would never fuck over me. Because I don't like you like that anyway. See, I don't never have a problem when a parent standing up and doing what they got to do for them. Huh? Because some of y'all sit there and know y'all child going through and sit there talking about, well, that's them, they did. That's you. That's you. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised like that. I didn't watch my grandmother sit there and watch her daughters get walked over. I didn't sit there and grew up and watch my uncles let other men beat on my aunties and nothing was done about it. I seen ass whoopings go down. I'm just here to remind you. So when Bible study is about breaking down your ancestry, so you will know why you going through finances, because the egoon that you trying to deal with, they ain't never been good with money. My egoon, that's all they was about. They mind on their money on their mind. Huh? And guess what? I'm a natural born hustler. It's in my blood. And just because I'm not hustling dope don't mean I'm not hustling hope. Did you hear me? Because if it's in you, it's going to come out you. I'm just utilizing it in a more productive way when it comes down to what they call society. But at the end of the day, I didn't learn that from nobody else. I got that from home. And I actually got that from my daddy, because my mama said, your daddy was a go-getter. Your daddy was never broke. See, this is why the kangaroo, a female kangaroo, do not allow you to bust in her unless you is the alpha male. You do not get the bust in a female kangaroo unless you done beat up the other male kangaroos. Huh? Because she said only the strongest shall survive in these walls. Only the y'all go out there and messing with ancestors and egoon that ain't about nothing. I don't roll like that. I, sir and ma'am, don't roll like that. I don't have time feeding somebody that ain't gonna work or fight. I believe in working. Huh? I didn't watch my grandmother sit there and let my granddaddy walk over her. I seen her hurt. I seen her cry. I seen her cry with her children. I seen her cry with a lot of stuff. But I also seen her get up and make something happen. My mom is a Virgo, but her moon is in Aries. So I learned a lot of things from physical. I got my ass whooped a lot. But I learned. One thing she made sure is that I knew how to survive and how to make it. She actually taught me how to do hair. She said, a tool is a tool. Because if you ever get hungry, at least you know how to do this. See, a parent, when a parent is sharing you their talent and their ability, is for your survival. Let me tell y'all something. When you get into relationships, when a man or woman is constantly trying to pull you down, they're going to pull you away from your sources. I'm going to teach you. Because if he can get your self-esteem down, and my mom used to tell me all the time, she said, stay on your turf. I taught that to my son. I said, when you on your turf, I have the advantage. But when you on somebody else's turf, I'm at the disadvantage. Know what your parents are sacrificing. Know what they're instilling in you. And other people that want a free ride, That's why my mom used to get upset. I get tired of them people using you. You know what she really saying? I done put time in you. My mama done put time in it. And my family done put, and everybody seem like they benefiting off of you. But I promise you, mother, ain't nobody using me. And if somebody try to get over on me, I'm going to get their ass. And I'm telling y'all why I'm the way that I am. Because I can't allow my bloodline to watch me lose. And there's no repercussion. When I was going through in my relationship, and then they, my exes them moved down here, I said, you think that I'm going to let you walk the dog with me on my turf in front of my family? I'll destroy all y'all niggas. See, some of y'all don't understand. When y'all messing with people, and you mess around, come on their turf, and they element, that's a whole nother war. That's a whole nother fight. Because now, it's like as a football losing in their own stadium. It hit different. You not finna come on, I'm not built like that, y'all. You not finna come on my live, my social media, anything that got to do with me, and call yourself handling me. I have too much to represent. I have too much to represent. I have family members, whether they in Ocha, whether they in any of that, they know what was instilled into me. And I was taught how to fight. I was taught how to make money. I am not going to let you and nobody else that smell like you, look like you, walk over my blood that runs through my veins. Huh? My daddy didn't wear no ass whooping, and I'm not going to wear none either. Sir and ma'am, that's where that comes from. And that's why that is important. When you're venerating your ancestors, you need to find out the real truth about who your people is. Are they some coward-ass people? Are they some dog-ass people? Are they some food stamp-ass people? Or are they some go-getter? Make it happen. Next, 1 Kings, 3rd chapter, 18 through 22. Let's talk about it, y'all. So if you confused about me and my mother's vision for my life, it is totally not the same. But who raised me? Oh, I am my mother's child. And she's a Virgo, ruled by Mercury. My mother very smart. Crafty, you see, a lot of that too. Crooked. But she good at what she did. And she raised me to be busy, because she definitely had, she used to tell me all the time, this head ain't big for nothing. I don't know who raised you. I don't know who your grandma is. But what I had in my life, and still got in my life, in Egun, no, it ain't going down like that. Shadow Wolf talked to me, she said, you have powerful ancestors, Egun, on both sides. Absolutely. The preacher in me, that was a natural, that was a gift. I got preachers on both sides. Prophetic gift, both. I got that. Necromancy comes from my father. Blood. Natural. And it goes on to say 1 Kings, the 3rd chapter, 18 through 22. That's why I got this up here. I'm going to show y'all this in a minute. So we're gonna get down the conjure tonight. Since y'all want to burn some incense and do some cash apping, I'm going to show you something better than I can tell you. Verse 18 says this. And it came to pass on the 3rd day after I was delivered, that this woman was delivered also, and we were together. There was no stranger with us in the house, save we two in the house. And this woman's child died in the night, because she overlaid it. And she arose at midnight, and took my son from beside me, while thine handmaid was asleep, and laid it in her bosom, and laid her dead child in my bosom. And when I rose in the morning to give my child suck, behold, it was dead. And when I considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son, which I did bear. Verse 22 says this. And the other woman said, Nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son. And this said, No, but the dead is thy son, and the living is my son. Thus they spoke back and forth. They talking in front of the king. So let's get down to it. I wrote down here, being a hoe does not disqualify you from being a mother. I'm going to say that again to all of y'all in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, Ajays, Christianity, Islam, Catholicism. Being a hoe or a whore does not disqualify you from being a mother. Not only did that woman wake up and realize that this other whore done took her baby, she recognized, see, when you birth something, my mama used to tell my sister, she said, I know them pair of legs anywhere. See, I used to, as a child, I wake up, my mom be staring at me like this, looking at me. See, when you done birth something, when you done conjure, when you done pray the prayer, and you watching as well as pray, you see your manifestation. See, you don't need a reading, but I don't need you to pinpoint where God is moving in my life, because what I spoke out my mouth, I ain't down in my heart. I know it's going to come to pass. I want to talk to y'all. This woman, even though she was a hoe, she recognized hers. And she know that hoe in the house. She laid it out in front of King Solomon. Listen here, King Solomon. Ain't no but two of us. Ain't nobody stranger now. And that dead child is not mine. That living child she holding on to is mine. And that hoe know it. Let me tell y'all something. Using this as a down. And I wrote this down. Mother Susan cannot tell me. A lot of times I get upset and I say, and I might cuss or something, and Mother Susan tell me, oh, Pastor, it's okay. I said, wait a minute. I said, no, it's not okay. And she said, Pastor, it's okay. I said, no. And I wrote down here, I said, Mother, I cussing in front of the elders. Mother Susan can't make that okay to me because Mother Susan didn't raise me. My mother raised me. My mother raised me that ain't right. My mother raised me that's improper. So it don't matter what tata, mumbo, or who gonna come along. When you have been raised up in the tradition, you shouldn't let somebody else tell you something that's okay when you know in your heart that is not okay. Now I may do it, but I know it ain't okay. And it's just because another elder, another leader, another mother, another father tell you. I remember my grandfather came up and told me, he said, I ain't did nothing for you. And he said, I ain't did nothing for you, so therefore you don't have to respect me. I said, Granddaddy, I said, I was raised to respect you regardless. So whether you be respectful or not, I'm not, what the rest of them choosing to do, I'm not going to do that. Because my mother wasn't going to have it. I'm going to say this again. My grandfather told me it was okay to be disrespectful in front of him. That I didn't have, because he said I didn't do anything. Whether you did anything for me or not, you're the reason why I'm here. Because if it wasn't for you, I would not have, my mother wouldn't be here. So for that alone, I'm going to respect you. See, some of y'all think y'all need a reason to respect your mom and daddy. Some of y'all think y'all need a reason to respect your tata, your mama, your hugon. No, you don't need a reason, because one day you might be a tata, a mumbo, or hugon. You might be a boko, and you gonna want respect by my son. That's why I respect my baby Scorpio. She said, she's an apostle. She said, I'm not going to cuss in front of my mom no more. She said, because I don't want my child cuss. Oh, y'all ain't trying to hear me on today. I said, when you did your job, see, I don't care how gay your son is or how gay your daughter is, instill in them to take care of themselves. Because at the end of the day, there's some people out there will destroy them. And your job as a parent is not to worry about their sexuality, to make sure that they can survive out in these wilderness. They can survive in the summer, they can survive in the spring, they can survive in the autumn, they can survive whether it's raining, it can survive whether it's snowing. You're supposed to prepare them for the season that are coming in their life. That's your job. That's what parenting is. And that's natural parenting and spiritual parenting. The fact that you don't want to utilize what you were taught, that is a personal business. But the fact that I know that you know, because I taught it to you. That's why I have no what word I want to use? Nobody in my church, I don't have a love of compassion. Because I taught them. I've been an example. Let me tell y'all something. When you get up under a real leader that has been raised that has been taught, that follows order, that follows sanction, it's going to always be somebody tell you it's okay, you ain't got to do it like that. It's okay, you ain't got to. I don't believe in that. Can't nobody come and tell me what to do with Padrino Michael. Just like nobody can't tell me to come and do something with my natural father. When my youngest son was out there calling that other man daddy, but was spending my money, nigga, if I ain't had, and I mean this to this day, if I had did absolutely nothing for you, when I bust you out these nuts, your DNA, I told him to his face, I said, I don't give a damn. My DNA is in there. If he want a child, go fuck for one. That's what he do. Fuck your mama and get him a child. But I fuck for that. That's how I talk. So I don't want to hear no other man. Now you may have, just like my kid, I couldn't teach my middle boy about football in that sense of taking that. I don't mind other people fathering you. But my son he don't call nobody a dad. I ain't got but one child that do that. And he was raised with that bullshit. But I made it my point. If I ever hear, I don't care if it's her husband, call him daddy and see if I won't set his ass on fire. Because he need to straighten you. Because as long as I keep getting letters from Team Care, as long as I look at my credit card statement was from you was 18 to you was 18, I'm gonna have a problem. And if I didn't do none of that, I'm still your daddy. That's how I got down. That's how I was raised. You don't pick and choose who your parents are. Just like you don't pick and choose who your spiritual parents are. Because if I was really your parent, you would adhere to me. That's why Joshua told him, if Abraham was really your father, you would receive me. I know why certain people reject me. Got that Cash App going, got me attention. Got a reading. Thank you, Brother Johnny. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Brother Johnny. I needed that. Now, being a whore does not disqualify you as a mother. Being a hoe that does not secure her child disqualifies you as a mother. Not only are you a hoe, you a thief because you stole that woman's baby. Not only are you a hoe, you's a liar because you told that woman that that dead child was hers. Not only are you a liar, knowing the whole time that you had stole that woman and you lied and you got right. Let me tell y'all something about somebody that don't want to take responsibility for what they done. I said, when you don't want to do your job, you become all these other attributes. When a man or woman, tata mumbo, who gonna parent, don't matter. Pony job. Anybody that don't want to do their job gonna start problems. I promise you, sir, ma'am. Anybody that don't want to do their job gonna start problems. They're gonna start deceiving. They're gonna start lying. It wasn't the fact that she was a hoe. The fact that you're going to stand in front of King Solomon, the man of wisdom, and tell that lie. The thing that people will stand in front of God and say, and know they lying. Standing in front of the Risha, I have here, I swear on a chosen. Bitch, I know you, oh my God, on today. I'm a sad, I can't. Some people, I won't even have a conversation with you. I'm not going to let you lie in front of me because I don't know what I'm going to do with my hands. I don't want to have a conversation with you because in my house, that'll get you slapped in the mouth. I don't know how y'all was raised, but if you can come in front of the Egum, the ancestor, the divine, and lie, I don't understand it. You have no regard for divine spirits. Somebody somewhere told you it's okay to lie. See, when you can lie to your parents, and you could just lie to this. My mama taught me this thing. She said, she had told me the story about the boy that cried wolf. Let me tell y'all something. The time will come when you're going to want people to believe you and they ain't going to believe you. And you're going to be telling the truth. Keep on lying. That affects your character. That affects your influence. See, this is why I tell people I don't have time to do the stuff that these other people do. You're not going to ruin what I have gotten out here and worked hard for behind a lie. Or behind trying to steal from somebody. Trying to take credit. If you did something, I'm going to give you credit for it. But if you ain't did something, I'm not giving you credit for it. And you're not going to take my mother. My mother raised this. You raised that. My grandmother instilled in this. You instilled it in that. You can be proud of this all day long. That's somebody else's labor. Because they did their job. Look at your job. As a spiritualist. You know why I talk so much trash? Because I do my job. You know why I thank my platform from testifying? Because I do my job. When I get off this app, I'm going to be over here with the Apollo spirits. Because I have clients that are dependent on me to do my job. And guess what? They ain't got to run me down. They don't even have to be here. Because I'm going to do my job. You know why? And they're going to know I did my job because they're going to see the results. You don't have to be there to know what somebody's doing. The results will speak for themselves. If you're in prayer, nobody has to be there. The results speak for themselves. Do you hear me? All this talk about, you don't have to get along with your parents. You don't have to even follow suit in some of the things that they do. But to understand the Ache, this is an Egun stick. And this particular Egun stick has been with the Apollo spirit. And so, why am I talking about this? Because I want y'all to benefit off of what I'm sacrificing. But I can't make you show respect to the spirit. I can't make you show respect to your sacrifices. I can't make you honor the investment. I can't make you stand. I can't make you be committed. I can't make you do any of that. That got to be something instilled in you. You got to want better. And it's something in me. I always say, I want my family, they don't have to agree with everything I do, but I do want my family to be proud of me. If I'm going to do it, I am going to represent the resources. I am going to represent the intelligence. I'm going to represent the power. I'm going to represent the knowledge. One thing about what I do on my platform, whether they agree that I'm doing it in the public or not, one thing I'm bad to the bone. I am not an embarrassment as a spiritualist. I am not a con artist. I am not a liar. I'm not a deceiver. That ain't what they're hearing out there. Your son ain't nothing to play with. Or your cousin ain't nothing to play with. Your cousin, that's what they're hearing. Your nephew, child, I got to read it from your... Man, he did this for me and this happened. That's what they're hearing. Because if you're going to do it well. If you're going to be a hoe, take care of your baby. Don't roll over. And I wrote down here, that is an act of carelessness. People that are careless, they're not going to take care of their ego. Huh? Let me tell y'all something. The reason why I tell you that if I tell you I got it for you, I got it for you because I look at people as family. That's how I was raised. When something go on with family, we stand up. My problem with some of you guys, you're trying to use me in a sense because you ain't did your job. And you ain't trying to do your job. Let me tell you something. I wasn't always the father that I was, but as you grow through seasons, you become a better father. And guess what? If I ever become a grandfather, I'm going to be even a better grandfather. You understand? And if I ever become a great-grandfather, because it doesn't matter. I got a niece out there, my niece, my sister's eldest child. I got a great niece out there. I'm out here doing for everybody else. And Other than buying for her when she was first born, I ain't spent no time with that baby. I ain't did that. I love being an uncle. I love being a great uncle because of how I was raised, how my uncles treated me, how my aunties treated me. Some of y'all don't like being sisters. You don't like being brothers. You don't like being family, but you want to practice magic. You want to practice spirituality. You don't have no regard for other people's stuff. And so, therefore, I sit here with my ego. I take pride in that. And if I bring you around my ancestors and you act funny with my ancestors or you don't do right by my ancestors, I'm going to tear your ass up. I got to do it for the team. Some of y'all done got in a war with me behind the team. Do you understand? When you stand up for your bloodline, your ancestors, he said, you deny me before me, I will deny you before my father. My Egun know I ride for them. I'm not going to let you get them anything. I'm not going to let you treat them any kind of way. My Eguns are not your slaves. I'm going to say that again. My ancestors ain't your slave. They ain't even my slave. And I ain't your slave either. But I don't know, because something was instilled into you that you look at your spirituality as a honey to-do list. I watch certain people, and Minister Mario used to say about, why you, I say, I didn't raise them. They were raised, you need to see their mama. And if you see their mama, then you'll understand them. Just because you in my church, don't mean that's my raising. Just because you in Ifa or Voodoo or Santeria or Lakumi, that doesn't mean that you are operating by the raising of that Tata, that Mumbo. Because a lot of people still practicing what they were raised from the home, whether it's positive or negative. I do good business with Padrino because I was raised to do good business. You understand? When I feed my ancestors and I feed my ancestors stick, this real power. Because my ego will move for me. But you think I'm going to let you mistreat them because they're housing a staff? So when I hit this 9 times and I'm calling my ego, I promise you I'm not calling them for no foolishness. I promise you I'm not calling them for Ray Ray. I bet you I'm not calling them for Tyrone. I'm not going to go to my ancestors. I'm not going to my Orishas about no raggedy ass nigga. My mama knew not to go to my grandmother about no foolishness. My grandmother knew not to. My family don't play that. But they also ain't finna let you walk the dog with nothing over here either. A lot of my members in my church found out real quick that my mama she might not be coming to church, but she was watching. A couple of my members got cussed slap out. Minister Mari said, your mama is hot. I was so upset I started crying. My mama don't pay no bills in my house or in my church or nothing. I do not want you upsetting my mama. My mama already don't like what I do. And she don't like what I do for you. Do not upset my mama. I was so upset I started crying. I literally started crying. Grown ass man. And my mama was going off. And I told Mario, I said, tell my mother, I'm going to handle this. Back down. I'm going to fix this. See, if you put me in a situation, I'm telling y'all this on the real. If you ever put me in a situation where I have to represent for my Egun, I promise you I'm going to take it to the hill. I'm going to make my ancestors proud of me. I'm going to make my grandmother and any Egun that work with me, my father, when they looking at me, they're going to be just like I believe when a man ways please God, Olofi. When I get my read and my Itai, they always talk about the Orishas, they are so proud of you. The Loas, they loving it. That's why I don't care what nobody think. As long as I am pleasing the Egun, as long as I am pleasing the Orishas, that's all I've been trying to instill in y'all. And so if you take care of God's business, I don't care what somebody calling you. Even if you is a hoe. That don't make you no less than a mother. It don't make you no less than a businesswoman. It don't make you no less than a yaya. It don't make you less than a spiritual. It don't. You liking a hoe has nothing to do with your ability to parent. So what if you like extra dicks? So what? But you handle business. And I'd rather deal with a dick sucker than just somebody out here running their mouth. I ain't gonna drink behind you, but we can do business. Dick sucking don't stop you from making money. It can actually, in some cases, help you make some money. I got a church to build. I ain't here to hurt. I'm not against nobody. Thank you, baby Keish. Let me go get Ryan some Ryan Leaper reading. Let me tell y'all something. I really want y'all to understand why ancestral magic in some people's life is so strong. Because you can have difference of opinion and still hold up the wall. When I listen to people, like, I'm telling y'all, Trayvon Martin don't want to have the experience. Child, I'd have been pulling every voodoo, root work, and when I found out they were Haitian, I was sitting back, I'm like, oh, I know they for the F up these Zimmerman. I don't know who Zimmerman mama is, but Zimmerman mama went to work, and Zimmerman daddy was paying for it. But that mother, that's why we always go to the mother. If that's a real mother, don't matter how she lived her life, if she's a real mother, there's a power. That's why we talk about the mothers, the matriarch. When Oya, she don't play by hers. I know what that feeling like, because I know my mama is a Virgo and she don't play by me. And I'm grown, I'm 51 years old, and my mama still talk about me like I'm in the cradle somewhere. And I'm out here in orgies and doing all kind of stuff. But if you listen to it, you'll think I'm in the crib. The way she talk about me. She cussed me out and called me all kind of names, but hey, it is what it is. But she'll say, that's mine. We was in the courthouse. The Lord said, why you put that in his name? She said, that's my son. She looked at, that's my son. We don't talk. We don't see eye to eye. But that's mine. And I tell people all the time, that's still my mother. Don't get none of that twisted. I can be in Egypt. That's still my mother. Bloodline is what it is, y'all. Egun is what it is. Burn your ancestor. Oh, you want to read it too? Oh, that's what that was for? All right. Keish. I hope that you guys really got what I was saying today. Like, this is my foundation. This, like, a lot of people proud of me, but my mom did her job. My grandmother did her job. My cousin, I have so many people, and not to include my spiritual dad. I have a plethora of people. Even how Gino Michael is investing and making sure I got all that. I want to, and I told him personally. I said, I want you to be proud of me in Ocha and Pop. I want you to be proud. When you look at me and say that's my godson, some of y'all don't take pride being sons. You don't take pride in being leaders and elders and stuff like that. As being a parent, you ain't got to be perfect. You should take a pride when you see your child walking down there, or you'll see your mom walking down there. You should have a personal pride about that. I don't understand none of that. When my cousin was getting new trucks, they would drive buying trucks. I want to drive now. I was glad for them. You ain't got to participate in everything somebody do and still be glad for your ancestors, whether it's cousin, whether it's a brother, whether it's a sister. Show some love. Your hating ass. Some of y'all lucky that you weren't in my family, because some of you, the way y'all talk, y'all got y'all jaw broke. I'm just being honest with you. I done seen a lot of women get their jaw broke for running their mouth. You be wearing wire. You be like 50 Cent. You run here talking like, how are you doing? Praise the Lord, everybody. In my family, it come with consequences, baby. I'm just saying, hey. I'm going to start with, I got Ryan first, and then I'm going to do Keish. Ryan, let me know you listening. These are the 72 names of God. These are the cards that I read from. Technology of the soul. And thank you, Brother Johnny. Thank you so much. Asumare. Some people pronounce it Asumare. Some people pronounce it Oshumare. Thank you. Okay, there go Ryan. I got you, Demetrius, for Oil of Gladness. Just give me a moment. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes concerning Ryan the Leaper. Ryan the Leaper. Ryan the Leaper. That which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes concerning Ryan the Leaper. What is it that this Libra needs to focus on? What is it that this Libra needs to focus on? What is it that this Libra needs to focus on? Miranda said, yes, Lord. Shadow card comes up. Looks can kill. Protection from the evil eye. That's in shadow. It says, Aleph Lamed Daled. It says, my own potential to cast the evil eye at others is diminished. A shield of positive energy surrounds me, providing protection from the negative glances, looks of envy, and mean-spirited intention of others. I used to, Minister Mario had did it, but this is, I don't, bluing, something of this nature. I can actually find something, but this is all I got. This one, but you need something like that. But it talks about you being shielded, making sure you protecting yourself from the evil eye. This is lapis lazuli. This is, I got to put this by the altar. But something of that nature, something blue to that radiate that energy to keep off the evil eye, people in evil intention. That will really because you're gonna be contending with that Libra. Then your middle card, building bridges. It says Aleph Va Mem. It says, with the power of this name, I extend a hand of friendship to people who I'm in conflict, even if that conflict is about money or resources. This card right here is talking about something about resources and some type of contention. It said, I awaken compassion and summon forth the courage to pick up the phone and call that person right now. That means right now, according to a bridge to the upper world will erect in my behalf. This card right here is talking about do not burn any bridges over resources or finances of that nature. But this card is talking about something that's going to work out in your favor in just a little while, because it has to do with friendship or somebody befriending you. It could be. It could even actually be because it could actually be surrounded by work. It could be a position. It could be something with a job, because it's talking about resources. And then your middle card says the depth of death. This is a transformation card in your outcome. I think you might be moving over in the dark Phoenix with me. It says Nun Yud Tav. It says, I now focus my attention and meditation on total conviction and certainty with the absolute demise of the angel of death once and for all. And this card right here, coming up in for Libra, this has a lot to do with getting rid of things that does not serve you. Dead issues, dead situations. What they say, don't beat a dead horse. If it's not producing, if it's not making things move in your life, and this is the outcome. So there's certain things going to be moving out your life. So there's going to be some transformation, and things will not look or seem to be the same anymore, because it's going to be a newness. Anytime this card comes up, it has to do with transformation, and it's in your outcome card. That is probably Oya stepping in your behalf, because I've been concerned. I want certain things to happen for you. Baby Scorpio. Let me know you're listening, baby Scorpio. You need to wear this on your person. This something of this nature. But you need something, this or a lapis lazuli. And you can burn your reversal incense on that lapis lazuli, but it needs to be some type of blue. Oh, hold on. Can it be centered around the mood? Talking about this right here? Oh, be around the mood for your the reading. Yeah, I can do the reading around your baby. The mood. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Keisha the Scorpio, concerning her move, her decisions. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Keisha the Scorpio. She wants to know concerning concerning her moves, not only concerning her, but her child. What is it? That which is in the dark, reveal it. What? She wants to focus on that. Okay. If you want me to consecrate it, per $100, I'll do it for you because you already got your graveyard work. But I'll consecrate them per $100. Bracelets and jewelry and stuff like that. Levels of strength. We're asking for her move. Casting yourself in a favorable light comes up in your shadow. Scorpio, it says Mem Chet Yud. It said my own being is illuminated beautifully, suffused with the Creator's radiance. Everyone around me sees the positive, beautiful aspects of my true self, as opposed to the distorted and dark image projected by my ego. And we're asking about around the move. I feel like this is this card right here coming up in shadow. It's talking about this is going to be a positive move, and you're operating your true destiny in the first place. I think you allow your ego to cause you to worry unnecessarily. Things are moving for you, and I know that. Look, it said reveal the dark side. Yud Chet Vav. Light shines. I recognize the negative forces still active within me. We just talked about that. My reactive impulses are no longer mystery. With the power of this name, they become history. Just really getting over, like, I know when you, especially when you got a child, you want to do everything right and stuff like that. It's not about right, it's what's right for you. When you pray and you ask for prosperity and you want things to move for you and change for you, you got to be ready for, it's like once you buy the bus ticket or the plane ticket, you got to be ready for the departure. Like, you got to think like that. The moment that you utter or make a petition out of your mouth, you have to be ready for that change. This card talks about certain things becoming history. And then prophecy and parallel universes in your outcome about your move. This, I believe that this is divine appointment for you. It said, hey, Yud, Yud. It said, I am bestowed with the power of prophecy. This is in the church where y'all know we prophesy, calling and speaking those things into existence. With my consciousness elevated and my awareness heightened, I have the power to enter into a new universe of transformation and light. And this is so Scorpio. And the reason I'm going to use this scripture for you is I wish above all that you prosper, be in health, even as your soul prosper. That's what it means, parallel. There's two universes going on. Your flesh is going to be blessed, as well as your spirituality is going to be blessed. But this also has to do with what it was saying earlier. Elevated consciousness, elevated thoughts. Don't be speaking crazy out your mouth, especially when you walking with this particular prophetic energy. Okay? Because that stuff comes to pass, and then you be talking about somebody working on you, and it really be you speaking stuff. Making sure I got everything. All right. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. I don't know what I just did. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that support my graveyard work, my 13 circle. I'm really excited about that. I've been trying to get everything set up to do send Monique the information, but I'm trying to get my I've got my I have Centella, Siete Rayos, Zarabanda, my voodoo doll, and Lucero Mundo in that corner over there, and I've been working that really for the last couple of days, and I'm gonna have to do it tonight as well for victory. And when I tell you stuff has been moving, and y'all know I don't exaggerate, but this is going to be a great. I told them about people working against my social media and trying to hinder my platform and stuff like that. And so I want them to take care and remove my enemies and clear the pathway so people can come in and be actually benefit from what we do on this platform. Thank you so much for being consistent. Know that you're in my prayers and in my concern of your victories. Hold on just a minute, because I got oil of gladness for Dimitri. But these I will be able to fix these type of ancestor staff for people. I'm gonna be able to do so many different things like that. But these egoons, this has been feeding on, and this is Paulo. This is not Ocha. This is Paulo. This is Paulo. But I've been working with this particular staff, and I feel the energy is good, real good. And so what we normally do I even have I don't know if I have one up here, but we feed these tobacco and of that nature as well. So that's coyote powder. I had grinded up a skull of a coyote. That's what that is over there. No. But these sticks are where we ground and direct energy with ancestors, and we summon ancestors by tapping on the ground, and we call the egon. So the time will come where some of you guys will be have the benefit of receiving one of these type of staffs from Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. made by WAP. That's where we headed. And so you will have to be responsible for your ancestry and feeding it and taking care of it once I start. And you can sometimes you can put these not sometimes, but you can place these behind the doors for protection. I took this actually to my job today, because I told y'all some of them bitches there. So I took this to my job today. But when you bring this in the atmosphere, it you channel the energy of your egon, and so I wanted my ancestors to deal with some people on my job, so I took it to work with me today. So there's many uses for these type of staff. But I'm a Sagittarius, so you know I'm extra. They can be plain, but I don't do that. All right, and thank you so much to each and every one of you. Chris said lapis lazuli is his favorite. And that's good for Sagittarius, and it's also good for our psychic. Well, it's actually lapis lazuli is psychic in nature, but it's also for wealth and prosperity. But I use these to hold energy. And so once I get Asu Mare or Oshun Mare, I'm gonna put this with her, and I'm gonna let her handle my my YouTube. I got my first payment from my YouTube channel today. I seen the deposit. I was like, what? All right now. So thank you to each and every one of you guys. I got my first payment from the website, and so I want to build that, and so that'll help with traveling and in and out of cities and taking care of stuff. So I'm just excited about all the new adventure that we're gonna be getting into, and I'm gonna get y'all money right. If you look out for me and you know you that person that's been giving, I got some anonymous people out there been giving up in the thousands. You know I'm gonna look out for you. I'm gonna make sure you keep it coming. All right, love y'all. See y'all later. God bless.